Hey Gemini, this is your tarot reading for the month of April. Gemini, what I am picking up from this spread is that some of you may be receiving money from like a settlement, like a legal settlement. Some of you, it may be a divorce, money that you are receiving from a divorce settlement or just some kind of legal settlement. Wherever this money came from, you may have been thinking of like taking this money and getting married before, but now you might be second guessing that idea. Or you had plans for like family, you wanted to do something for family, get married, plan a family trip. You had something planned around family, but now you're having second thoughts. You're not really feeling it. Some of you are really struggling to hold on to or to stay in your relationship. And people probably don't even know. Gemini is really good at hiding how overwhelmed or insecure that they really are about something. You know, they may look like they're in total control, but on the inside, they're feeling like really overwhelmed and insecure. And that's what I'm picking up. Like, you're really hiding how you feel. Some of you may feel like turned on by your partner. Some of you may feel like this person turned on you in some way, like a betrayal or them not being loyal or faithful. It just is making a lot of you struggle to maintain. And it could have been you. You might have turned on your partner, or you might have done something to your partner that made them feel like, you know, you weren't loyal or you weren't really in it, like you said. Either way, whether it was you or whether it was the person you're in a relationship with, or even this could be someone that you know, this could be friends of yours, this could be your parents. But whoever it is, if it's you, you know, there's just a struggle to maintain a relationship that you once, or that was once very solid. Some of you are just feeling like now that you have this money, or now that you have this abundance, like things are just different for you. You know, again, you may have, you know, before this money actually came to you, again, you had different thoughts, you had different ideas, but you're feeling differently now. There's been like a lot of changes, like a lot of karmic shifts. Some of you may have had to deal with some karma, and it's just giving you a different perspective. I'm still not getting a definite ending though, because again, it's hard for Gemini to walk away from things that they have committed to. So some of you, even though you're not feeling it, you still may go ahead with plans because that's what's expected of you. And you don't necessarily want to rock the boat, even though on the inside you're not happy. You should be true to your feelings, Gemini, because they eventually will catch up to you. How you're feeling is not going to go away. If you're not happy now, it's only going to get worse. You're only going to end up feeling more and more unhappy. If you know, hopefully you've seen enough to know that you can make an educated decision on, you know, if I did this, if I walked away, what would happen. A lot of people like, no, it'll get better, or this person will change, or they'll stop doing this, or, we'll grow out of it. And that's not always the case. It's different. Like for you young Geminis, yeah, we all need room to grow. We all, fuck up when we're young. But for some of you older Geminis, um, some of you are just feeling like, I just can't do this anymore. And again, if this is not you personally, Gemini, this is going on around you. So like I said, it might be your family. It might be an uncle or an aunt that's getting a divorce or getting married, or your parents. But that's what I'm picking up. For some of you right now, this whole quarantine thing, it's a struggle on a lot of people's relationships. And Gemini, I'm picking up that this is the situation going on for you guys too. It's just a really struggle in your relationship. Like when people are forced to really have to spend time, together, it just kind of shows you things in people that you didn't have the time to see before. You had to work, you were hanging out, you had a certain percentage of time to give to your relationship, and now you have nothing but time, and it's giving you a different perspective. But again, you're keeping this inside, Gemini. You're not communicating to anybody how you're feeling, and you should. Again, if staying committed is a struggle, but you don't want to walk away, see if you could talk to somebody about it. See, you guys may just need family counseling to get through this time. I'm picking up, though, that this is something that you will overcome, Gemini. I'm not picking up any, like, definite endings. Just a feeling of frustration or apathy, just a lot of mixed emotions when it comes to your closest relationships, your commitments. Some of you may be tired of being the responsible one. Some of you may be tired of being the leader. And you're just kind of struggling to hold things together. But again, you're not really communicating it. And especially if money just came through, for some of you, y'all might be frustrated because you don't understand, like, like I'm giving you money, like you have money now, like why are you still not happy, kind of a thing. And it's like you can't fix things with money. You can't throw money at things and expect them to, be great. Especially for you, like, materialistic Geminis. Again, some of you may have come into some money and you're still not understanding why your partner isn't happy. It's like we got our list. Like, what is wrong with you? Why are you, still complaining? Why are you still unhappy? And you might be frustrated with that. You just might be feeling like people are just like really ungrateful with, what you're trying to do. You may be trying to look out for people and they're being like really ungrateful right now. And at this time, have some compassion, Gemini. It's a really weird time, and for some people it's a hard time. So try to be compassionate instead of making it about you. Like sometimes it would just really help for, Gemini, like not to take everything as like a personal attack against you. And that, again, have some compassion and some empathy in that, everybody doesn't feel the same way about things that you do. And that's fine. I mean, don't get me wrong. Don't let people use you. Definitely don't let, yourself be taken for granted or taken advantage of. But, at a time where people are afraid, they their behavior may not be what you want it to be. You know, and again, have some compassion and understand that people are afraid right now. And I am also picking up that um, for some of you, have compassion, yes. In certain situations, there's compassion is called for. In other situations, um, for some of your relationships, you need to really see, or you are starting to see people for how they really are. And again, it's really wearing on you, like you're really struggling to maintain certain relationships. Gemini, I recommend having one-on-one conversations with people, the people closest to you that are making you feel this way. Um, if this is just like in general, and you're just helping people and you feel like they're not being grateful, again, like try to have some compassion. You know, if you're going to do right by people, just do right by people. You know, people don't have to be what you need them to be in order to help them. You know, do it because it's the right thing to do, not because you want to try to prove that you are like Captain Save-A-Ho and you're better than everybody else. You know, sometimes the pat on the back and the thank you is not going to come. Or it may not come the way you want it to come. But at this time, like I said, if it's a situation where you're like giving to people or trying to help people at this time, again, understand that not everybody is in the proper headspace to be all that you need them to be. But for your more closest one-on-one relationships, again, you may be feeling a little jaded. You may be feeling like you need a new, you just need a new, for some of you, you may need a break. You may need to take a trip. You may need to just get away for a little while to get to clear your head and to get clear and kind of prioritize things. Like if you're feeling overwhelmed, sit down and just kind of prioritize things. And even if it's not like an actual trip where you get to go, you know, somewhere exotic, you know, it may just be somewhere, another house where you get to be alone, or to the park, or to the lake, to the shore, just somewhere where you can just kind of like, you know, kind of go somewhere and get your mind right. But overall, the energy is good for you, Gemini. For some of you, this situation is like a karmic one. Some of you need to understand that money is not going to fix everything. Some of you need to know that not everybody's going to be the way you want them to be, and that's okay. Can you handle this person now that you see them exactly for who they are? Now that the blinders are off, now that, you know, it's, you know, the love isn't brand new anymore, and you're seeing this person or these people exactly how they are, like, can you still maintain these relationships? For some of you, yoga would also be a good way to spend time right now. It may really help with these feelings of feeling like overwhelmed, and just a little bit resentful. You know, yoga may help you, or just doing something physical may help you, you know, clear your head. That's the energy coming through for you, Gemini, for April. Please like, share, and subscribe. Thanks.